This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Okay, we live in the crib, vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. Check us out each and every Monday on the Big Facts Network. Shout out to the team. And let's get it, man. Hey, I got somebody in the building, man. Someone that I met that actually helped me along the way with a couple of things. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, guys, listen, welcome. My name is Don DeVoice. I'm an author, ghostwriter, and I help people align spiritually and reform their identity. And today we are vibing with Vito, baby.
Nah, that's what's up, bro, man. Thank you for coming, bro.
Thanks for having me,
bro.
Thanks
It's good to meet you in person, bro. We always be on Zoom and stuff, chopping up game. You've given me a lot of knowledge about writing books and just different things of that nature. But let's take it back on your journey, man. How did you know that this was your God-given life journey and life path?
Man, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I remember as a young kid, man, I was always into writing and storytelling, right?
Right.
And I used to write rhymes. And one of the things I did for my cousin, he used to write raps. And I used to take this cat's notebook and his raps, and I would go and rewrite them because they was good.
Yeah.
But I felt like if I can rewrite them for me to sound better, and I would give him what I did, and he go, man, like, how did you do that? I'm like, do what? He like, you took my words and you made them better. He's like, you're saying the same thing, but just it's different.
Right.
And that's when I knew, like, I have a gift for writing.
Right.
And so it went away for a long time, Vito. Like, I started getting into entrepreneurial stuff, like sales and stuff. It's kind of went away. But then when I finally found my niche in the insurance industry, bro, that's when it took off again. I started rewriting scripts, sales scripts. I said, this is cool, but like if we did it like this, like I think it'll move. And it did. And so as I was transitioning out of the insurance industry, which I didn't know, I was transitioning out. Right before that, I started writing again, just all of a sudden, just ideas. I just couldn't sleep or anything. I just started writing.
Right.
Writing, man. And within 6 months, bro, I had written 12 books in 6 months.
You wrote 12 books in 6 months?
In 6 months, bro. Like, and I was surprised myself, bro. And I look up, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. My wife is like, what are you doing? I said, I can't stop writing.
Damn.
But when I transitioned out of insurance, I said, oh, okay, so that's what God was doing. He was prepping me.
Dang, it's so crazy. Like, and thank you for sharing that, bro. It's crazy how God will align you with purpose without even telling you.
Yeah.
He'll just put you into something, right? So it's like you were in insurance, right? You were doing your thing, selling probably a ton of insurance. I would assume
comfortable.
Yeah. Facts. Living good, and it's like something told your spirit, like, bro, nah, like this ain't what I want you to do.
Nah,
I want you to do this.
Exactly, bro, and that's how it happened.
That's crazy.
How I got born again, so to speak.
Nah, for sure. I got $1 million question, man. Everybody that graces my show, I have the opportunity to ask them, and I have the opportunity to ask you. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Man, it's funny you say that. There's a mentor from the insurance industry, and his famous slogan is like, whatever you're thinking, it ain't big enough.
Wait, say that again?
He said, whatever you're thinking, it ain't big enough.
Wow.
And so I've taken and adopted that mentality. So like, there's nothing that's impossible to you. So why not push it to the max?
Damn. So did you always feel like that though, too, as well? Like, cause I know you kind of went into the insurance industry, and then you met that guy, and he started saying that slogan. But how did you feel? Did you always feel that?
No, man. No.
Okay.
Self-conscious, man. Like everybody always seen in me what I didn't see in myself. So I was always the guy like timid, reserved, knew that I can do something, but kind of shied away from it.
Right.
And so this is why I started talking about identity protocols. These are things I had to learn about myself. And once I changed my identity, that changed everything.
Right.
So absolutely not. I didn't see myself that way at all.
Right. Before we even talk about like business, who is Don at its core? And what problems did you truly solve for the people before you started solving, your own, like on your own mission and stuff like that with writing books?
So first, a man of the Most High. That's first.
Right.
So I do my very best to submit myself, my decisions, everything I do to the Most High first.
Right.
And that's what kind of keeps me on track. Father, husband, brother, spiritual leader.
Mm-hmm.
I wear a lot of hats, man. A lot of hats. But before all that, there was always like a little nudging on the inside that there's more for you. There's greater for you. And in fact, man, one time, it's funny, and I'll drop the insurance thing, but it's been a big part of my life. When I went and got my insurance exam and I passed it, man, I had a little experience right after that because I didn't feel prepared. I didn't know that I was going to pass the exam, bro. And once I got out and the guy told me that I passed, the score was my birth year. So that was like a sign, like,
right.
I got an 83.
Right.
Because I prayed before I went in. And when I got in the hallway, I just began to thank the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And the craziest thing happened, bro. Like I just felt this presence. You know how like your mom, like you can feel your mom's love for you? You know what that feels like?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that times a zillion to where it's debilitating. You can't even stand. I had no choice but to fall to my knees. And I heard a voice say, "This is nothing. I'll do anything for you." And so after that, I knew that I was put on this earth for a bigger purpose, man. So ever since then, everything has been purposeful, intentional. Because like if I'm here for a purpose, I got to fulfill it.
Right.
Like I can't leave this earth without doing what I was put here to do.
Right, facts. I have a slogan that I always say, and it's crazy. It goes right into this. My slogan is purpose over popularity, right?
Yeah.
So when I say that slogan, how can you mirror that around your life path and life journey?
Well, at the end of the day, man, like I don't do it for fame, likes, any of that type of stuff, man. I truly, genuinely want to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if your goal is to help people, man, like one of my favorite scriptures, Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of Yah or God. And all these other things should be added to you. So if you do what he's called you to do first, all the likes, the popularity and stuff will come anyways.
Yeah, wow, for sure. Thank you for dropping that gem, for sure.
No.
You before I even ask this other question, man, like, cause talking to you, right? You always kind of put numbers together. You asked me that when you met me, like you're like, "What's your birthday?" And then I told you my birthday, and then we were doing my book, right?
Right.
And the numbers came up somehow, like so, like. Why are you so big on numbers? Talk to me about that.
Because numbers are symbolic. Numbers have meanings. And so anytime I see a number, I can put it together and say, oh, this is what this means. Because sometimes that's how the spirit will speak to you, man, just through numbers. And if you understand what the numbers mean, you understand what the spirit is trying to say to you. So just the numbers itself, it tells a story. You just got to be in tune.
Nah, for sure. Let's talk about ghostwriting, because you dropped that bar too as well. Ghostwriting isn't like a normal path. What moment in your life made you realize that the gift was building other people's voices aside from just building yours?
Well, the crazy thing is what I found is I'm real big on helping people, right? But sometimes people don't want your help. They don't want to do the work. And I'm big on outsourcing stuff. There's a lot of stuff I don't want to do either, so I'll outsource it, right?
Right.
But I figured out that I can outsource my gift. Like scripture says that your gifts will make room for you and put you before great men. And so that's one of my gifts, writing. Why not use it, right? And so when people are like, yeah, I want to write a book, or yeah, I want to do this, and they don't really know what to say, how to start, like, I got you. I can do a completely done for you ebook.
Yeah, facts.
And having the ability, man, to sit down and interview a person, tap into their spirit, their essence, and then start to write from that place. Most times, man, my clients are like, yo, that sounds like just like me. I'm like, then I done my job.
That's crazy. But it's crazy. Like, let me ask you that. Like, how do you tap into their world though? I mean, and it can just be basically off of like a conversation, right? How do you tap into somebody's world like that? You know what I'm saying? Because again, ghostwriting is often looked at as a taboo in music, right? Oh, you got a ghostwriter. It ain't coming from the soul. So like, what's your take on that, number one? And then number two, like, how do you tap into their whole world just off of one or two conversations?
So ghostwriting is not a taboo for me. It's not a bad thing because it essentially it's almost like it's coming from you. I just need to tap into who you are. I'll ask very specific questions to gain the insight that I need. And once I hear your cadence, you speak, your passion, I feel that. And I just pretend I'm you based on what I felt and what I've heard. And I just write from that place.
Damn. Hey, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing. There's thousands of ghostwriters out there, right?
Mhm.
What makes your process transformational instead of just transactional?
Well, I would say basically what I just went over, man. Like, I don't know that people actually take the time to study people
Mm.
and scripture. You hear me talking a lot of scripture,
Yeah,
man.
facts.
Study to show thyself approved. So when I study you and I pick up on your essence and who you are, and then I tell you who you are,
Mm-hmm.
your spirit's going to bear witness to it. You say,
Mhm.
man, like, you're right. That is me.
Facts.
And once I get that confirmation, I lock it in.
Yeah,
So
facts.
that's what's going to set me apart, man. I don't think nobody's doing that, bro.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Bro, I'm big on energy, bro. This is a side note. I'm big on energy, bro. And you got like a big presence, bro. Like you confident as I don't know what, bro. Like where does that confidence come from?
It's a great question, bro. Identity.
Okay.
So this I'm big on. I have a service that I provide. It's called Identity Protocols.
Mm.
And with these identity protocols, like, you got to think about it, bro. Your identity, you can't really amplify, broadcast yourself without first knowing who you are.
Mm.
You think about it. Like, if you don't know who you are, like you can't make the right decisions. Like, you're
Facts.
gonna base the decisions based on who you are.
Facts.
Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, like, if you want to amplify yourself and broadcast yourself, like, there can't be any distortion, Vito. It has
Right.
to be a crystal clear frequency, and
Wow.
that's when you're going to attract
Right.
the listeners, the followers, the
Facts.
people who want what you have on the inside. But until you get crystal clear on who you are, like, it's just noise, it's distortion.
Right, right. Have you always been like this? Because I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me, like my background, bro. I was a follower growing up, like because I always wanted to be accepted, and it's crazy that I can say that now with so much conviction and confidence because I know who I am now. But before, like growing up, I always did things just to be liked or accepted from others, right? So my question to you is like, was this always who you were? This was your makeup from start to finish?
Like, yes and no.
Okay.
So it's yes and no. So I've always been this way, but everyone else saw it before me.
Okay.
I remember working in a sales organization, and one of the sales managers, he's like, yo, you have too much influence to not utilize it properly. Like, you need to be aware of your surroundings. Like, here's what I noticed. This is what the guy's telling me right here. Here's what I noticed. Like, you don't speak much, but when you do, everybody stops and listens. Everybody want to hear what you have to say.
Facts.
This is stuff I didn't pick up on. And so, but once I came aware of it, awareness is another thing I always talk about. But once I became aware of it, Vito, that's what changed everything. So I'm like, okay. So that's why I say yes and no.
Wow. Awareness is I mean, you got to know it, man, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Break down your framework. If someone wants to create a high impact, impactful ebook, or now our new word, e-blueprint, right?
Yeah.
What are the non-negotiable steps from ideas to execution?
Well, so you got to know what you want, right? So there has to be a vision in place.
Right.
Like, at the end of everything, like,
Right.
what do you want this to accomplish for you?
Mhm.
Because if you don't have the vision, if you don't know where you're going, you're already there.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So you got to know exactly what you want. The framework and the blueprint behind everything, it's just a couple simple steps. The vision, knowing what you want to accomplish from what you want the book to accomplish for you,
Mhm.
and then what it is that you want people to get from the book. Like, how do you want them to perceive you within the book? And if you can just answer those three questions, man, then we got ourselves an ebook. And the ebook or e-blueprint, it's one of those things, man, that gives you the authority that you need, right?
Right.
And a lot of people try to go ahead and build the revenue without first the authority. First authority,
Mm-hmm.
then trust,
Mm-hmm.
then the revenue.
Say it again.
Authority first, then the trust, then the revenue. Everybody wants to get to the revenue first, but you don't have no authority. Zero authority, but you want people to trust you.
Facts.
And if people don't trust you, they're not gonna pay you.
That's real. That's real. That's real. Talk to me about some books that you brought today.
Oh man. So this is the very first book that got it all started, man. This is The God in Your Pocket. Okay. Now
Okay.
this here, like a lot of people wonder why their prayers go unanswered, or the new phrase is manifestations, right? They wonder why these things don't come to pass. So what I've done is I took 6 things that will accelerate manifestations or prayers, and 5 things that'll slow them down, right? And so these principles and these protocols that are in this book, like it says God in your pocket, manifesting the realm of all possibilities through divine protocols. When you see divine protocols, that means that anybody can do it.
Show it to the people too as well, where they so they can see it too. Okay, for sure. For sure.
That means that anybody can do it. It's a protocol. So anybody can tap into it. But a lot of times, for example, I'll give you this real quick, man. We just talked about vision. So chapter 1 is clarity of vision. If you don't have a clear vision, man, there's a bar, the first bar. Clarity of vision is the foundation of manifestation. Heaven moves on specificity. And when your prayers and intentions are clear, the spiritual realm has a precise blueprint to work with. Without clarity, you send out mixed signals that delay or dilute the manifestation process. But the reason why I like my books, bro, I'm a fan of my books because I get straight to it. That's chapter 1. Like you can really put the book down after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can put the book down after that, but man, it's just so much more, and it's going to be a quick read too.
Right.
So all my books are quick reads. So you can pick it up and you can finish this in a day. You don't need a week. I don't like novels and extra fluff fillers just to make it like it's a big book and it's more important because it's bigger. Like, no, man, you got all the sauce right there. And there's 12 chapters, and each chapter is about a page and a half long.
That's dope. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off. Talk to the people and talk to me, right? When it comes down to quick reads versus novels and big old books, why did you pick that first? Is it because you wanted to just get straight to the point and wanted people to be able to finish it quick, or do you feel? Let me ask you this. This is a better question. Do you feel like quick reads can be forgotten quicker because they read it? They didn't have time to really sit with it versus like a novel. Takes you a week, 2 weeks, or a month to read. Hell, even a year to read sometimes if you're not a reader. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So it's so much information in the book,
right?
In a novel, you'll forget.
Okay, so novels you forget quicker than quick reads.
Yeah, so like you have to go back and read everything over and over, just like watching a movie. You ever watched a movie first and then went back and watched it again? You caught something different you didn't catch the first time?
Yeah, Baller Blocking. That's my favorite movie.
Hey,
for people that know that.
That says a lot about you, bro. Hey, in a good way, though.
Yeah. Nah, go ahead.
That's dope.
Nah, for sure.
But no, like with these big novels, man, like, and you have to do everything that way. Even with the big novels, a small book like mine, you have to go back and read the information. That stuff needs to plant the seed. It needs to have a gestation moment to process and then to grow into something. And what happens is most people aren't disciplined enough to read a novel, man. And this is why, like, if you're not disciplined enough to read the novel, you'll never finish the book. I want people to finish my books because guess what happens when people finish books?
They're going to want some more knowledge.
They're going to want some more knowledge, and they're going to share it.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, man, you got to read this book.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So that was my philosophy behind it. And another quick thing, and I'll let you get back to your questions, man.
It's all good. We vibing, bro.
When I used to go to church, okay, one of the things that really bugged me about church, and this is no shot against anybody, but the pastor would always tell you what to do and not how to do it. Resist the devil, he must flee. Well, how do I resist the devil? How does that work? What do I have to do? And they leave you. Like, yeah, we can resist the devil and he'll flee, but like, what does that really mean? So in my books, not only am I going to give you what to do, but the how behind it as well. So you're going to walk away informed and empowered. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense. Nah, for sure. Thank you for sharing that, bro.
No doubt.
Why do you believe ebooks are one of the most underrated assets for entrepreneurs trying to build authority and income?
Man, that's a great question because it does a couple different things for you.
Right.
So writing a book is still a big deal, man. It's cool. So it's going to position you as a person that's a thinker as opposed to just a seller. Like when somebody knows that you've taken your thoughts and put them into a body of work, and that alone elevates you. So in the book, you've already said it. You don't have to keep saying it over and over again. You can refer people to the book now. Oh, you wrote a book? Like, yeah. That makes you kind of like a big deal. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
So that's why that's important, man, because writing a book is still a big deal.
Yeah, facts. Bro, you want to know something crazy? So for graduation, bro, I had got this book, bro, and it was by Hill Harper. Message to the Young Black Brother. I think it was Message to the Little Brother, something like that, bro. To be honest, bro, I still haven't read that book, bro. And it's crazy because even it was a gift. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm more so like, okay, if it's given to me, I never just I don't read it because it was given to me. But if I go to it, if I'm seeking information, bro, I read books like this, like the Four Agreements, all of that stuff that I am truly interested in. I read it like this. But if a book is just like, here, bro, just give it to me, I'd be like, all right, bet. I don't never pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So like, I say all that to say is I'm intrigued, right? I want to read your book, bro. So like, I'm gonna purchase this while we're on the show.
Appreciate that.
At the end of the show, because I don't want people to be like, oh, you purchase mine.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, I'm gonna go ahead and buy your books, and I'm also gonna kind of give you like some feedback on things that I picked up from the book. Is that
Appreciate
cool?
it, man. I would
Deal?
love that.
All right, cool. All right, we'll get back to the interview. In today's in today's attention economy, right? How important is visibility, and what does real visibility actually mean beyond likes and followers?
Vito, visibility is like oxygen, brother. It's
Facts.
like what people don't realize is that if no one sees you, you don't exist. At least in the marketplace.
In the marketplace, for sure.
Right. So you don't exist, man. And if you don't exist, then everything else doesn't matter. Like you have to be seen. And people don't understand that. They think that, oh, like I can just get busy and do this. But like, nah, the world we live in right now, like when people see your face and they see you putting out content consistently, that's where that authority and that trust comes in at.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. So it's crazy, bro, because when I met you, right, I asked you, I was like, bro, like, you were like, I'm not big on social media, right? You're not a social media guy. So visibility to you is what? What do you take as visibility? Because it just seems like you have your own like niche, like audience that you've been around for, that supports you and stuff like that. How do you get your stuff out mainly?
So coming from the sales industry,
Right.
like the best compliment that you can give anybody is a referral. So I just run a referral business, bro. Like,
Thanks.
and so I can go out and I can speak to an individual, add some value to their life. Say, man, who else you know that could probably benefit from having a conversation with me? Oh, you know, my cousin such and such, like she's all into the stuff you're talking about. Oh yeah. And then you have it. Like this is never ending, bro. It's never ending.
So you feel like word of mouth is kind of better than social media visibility too as well?
So it's both, man. You have to have multiple avenues too.
Okay.
So with that, I don't have a strong social media presence. However, I know that that's the way that the world is going into. So now I got to work on that.
Yeah, facts.
Too. So that's why I'm here. So
facts.
Yeah.
Nah, it's dope. I mean, and thank you again for coming on my platform. I say this to all my guests, bro, because like I don't take that lightly, right? For people to take time out of their day to come and vibe with me, like that's important to me. Whether you have a social media following, personal following, I just like to meet the person, you know what I'm saying, and talk to the person. So again, thank you for being here. That's number one. And then number two, thank you for sharing your products and stuff like that too as well on my show. Got a couple more questions for you. What's the most common mistake you see entrepreneurs make when they try to build their brand?
It kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, man. Like putting the cart before the horse. Like there's positioning that needs to take place. And the biggest mistake that people make is they don't want to position themselves properly. They see the person out there that's doing their thing, but there's structure, there's systems, there's processes in place that's going to get you to where that person is. And they want to skip the process, right? But also get the progress. Don't work that way.
Thanks.
Like you have to be patient with the process, but impatient with the progress. So they're impatient with the progress, but they're also impatient with the process. The process is the process. You think about a woman who's pregnant, bro, it's 9 months. Period.
Facts.
What happens if someone says, oh, this is taking too long. I want to see the baby now.
Facts.
And it's 6 months. What's going to happen to the baby? All type of problems,
Facts.
defects, underdeveloped. It's going to cost you more to take care of the child now because there's complications that you created from rushing the process.
Bro, that's a bar right there. Nah, for sure. Let's take a break really quick. Let me shout out to my sponsors, man. Shout out to Certified Fighters, man. This is the hat that I'm wearing. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with them. Also, make sure you go get my blueprint. Views don't pay the bills, but your voice will. This blueprint teaches podcasters how to turn visibility into income without chasing views. So make sure that y'all go and get that at vibingwithvito.com. Let's get back into the interview. Got a couple more questions for you too as well. You talked about identity protocols, right? Mm-hmm. That's a powerful phrase, by the way. What are they, and what are identity protocols, and why do most entrepreneurs like operate without them?
So identity protocols, what they're designed to do is to upgrade your internal operating system, right? Okay. And so most people don't know that they have that, but you have an operating system, and it's really lined up with your personality, right? Your past experiences, the decisions that you make, the people that you meet, your influences, like it all creates your identity. And if your identity is not on point, nothing in your life's going to be on point. That's what you're going to project who you are.
Facts.
And a lot of people think like, well, things are not working out. No, like the problem is that your identity is off. You need realignment back to your God-given purpose, divine nature, like what you were designed to do. And we've gotten so far away from it. One of my favorite scriptures, man, is be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Say that again for me.
Be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Okay.
And I'm big on words, as I told you earlier. So I like looking up definitions, and I don't like to assume a word means a thing. So I'll go check it out. And the thing that really got me, man, is I looked up the word renew, and it meant to resume from an interruption. And so I'm like, okay. So now if I take that definition and replace it with the word, what is this saying now? Be ye transformed by resuming from an interruption. Mm-hmm. So you were one way at first. You were designed to be one way. Something changed, and now you have to be transformed and resume from that interruption that had taken place. What was the interruption? Mm-hmm. What took place?
Facts.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. What were some interruptions in your life that took place that got you here?
Hooking up with the wrong people. Like begets like. So when you start dabbling into certain arenas, atmospheres, you start picking up things that other people do that you were never meant to put your hands on. A lot of times are a product of your environment. Mm-hmm. And so with things like that, man, those are interruptions. Like I was on a path. Remember I told you I've been a writer, storyteller all this time. Mm-hmm. But somewhere along the way, I lost my way. But I had no formal training of writing. It was just one of those natural gifts. But since it was already here, it never went away. It was just lying dormant.
Right.
And so I had to resume from that interruption.
Right.
And who knows where I would be had I not started hanging around with the wrong crowds, getting into the wrong relationships, man. The relationships are important, bro.
Right.
You got to have the right relationships, the right people in your mentors.
Facts.
People who are walking the same way as you. How can you walk together? How can two walk together unless they agree?
Right, absolutely.
Right? So and for you to walk with somebody, you have to be in agreement with them. Mm. So even if they're walking the wrong way, if you're walking with them, like you're misaligned and you're in agreement with them.
Right.
So it's just a lot of different things that can get you off kilter and have you needing to resume from an interruption.
Nah, facts. Like it's so crazy because we all have different paths in life, right? We all have different journeys and stuff like that, and we align with certain people, right? And listening to you speak, you said one thing. You was like, it was dormant, like your dream went kind of like dormant and stuff like that. Why do we stray away from that? Why do you feel like people stray away from that? If God wants us to go one way, right? And again, I'm about to get a little deep, so sorry, guys. If God wants us to go like in a certain path, why do we stray away from that path, bro? You know what I'm saying? Is that a part of the journey that he wants us to go on, or that's just us just in our ego?
It's both. All things work together for the good of those who love him and been called according to his purpose. So yes, he has a path for you. You're going to get off path, but you're going to learn some things along the way. So there's peaks and there's valleys. So when you go through the valley is a teacher. So you go through some things, getting on these wrong paths and deviating from his plan.
Right.
But you come back even better because now you know, like, okay, the vision is this. I'm going here.
Right.
And I know that if this is my vision, I can't go this way because I know that doesn't lead to the vision. Mm. And so you start to make different decisions after that. But I think that he allows you to do that so that you can learn what to do and what not to do. Sometimes
Right.
you have to bump your head and burn your fingers to understand.
Right.
Okay, I probably shouldn't have did that.
Facts. Man, it's crazy, right? In a perfect world, right? Like, imagine if we just literally just followed everything that God wanted us to do. Will we be who we are, though? Think about that. Like, because again, you learn stuff along the way, right? Will we be this transformed us if we didn't make those mistakes and different things like that? Like, what would life look like if everything was perfect?
Man,
I think it would be kind of like corny, if you
and
in my opinion.
Because like the things that you go through, sometimes it's a test
Right.
for you. Sometimes it's an assignment. So again, all things work together for the good of those who love him and been called according to his purpose. So it all works together for your good somehow, some way. So I think that it's been like that since the beginning of the time. He told them, hey, don't eat from that tree. You can eat from all the other trees, but not that one.
Facts.
They still ate from it.
Right. Dang, that's crazy, bro. I be at home sometimes. I be in deep thought, bro. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything in that. But I'm a thinker, bro. I'm like in my quiet time, I just think. Sometimes I don't even watch TV, bro. You know what I'm saying? I literally just be thinking. It's like those are some of the questions I ask myself. Like, bro, like imagine if I just did everything God told me to do. Like,
it's free
like
will.
Who would I be?
It's free will, man. He gives you a decision. And so he'll reward you for the decisions if you make the right choice, because you innately know what the right choice is. But sometimes we want to please the flesh, and this looks a little funner over here.
Right.
This path, God, seems a little too restrictive. I can't,
Right.
And he's like, all right.
Right. But also with that, bro, it's kind of crazy because like God doesn't judge, right? God still loves you. God allows you to repent and different things of that nature. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, isn't he still like rewarding us along the way? I don't know, bro. It should be things I be like asking myself, bro. Like, you know,
like, okay, like let's take like the children of Israel, for instance. They was in the wilderness for 40 years. They didn't have to be in the wilderness for 40 years. They cost themselves time. But honestly, what he was doing is all the people who were not thinking the right way, he let them die off in the wilderness. So all he had was the right thinking type of people, the young ones. Mm-hmm. He got rid of the old way of thinking in the wilderness. So Thanks. A lot of times, man, like he'll do things for reasons we don't understand and we don't know. And you think about other figures in the Bible, the one who they call Jesus, man. I mean, it didn't take him long at all. Yeah. They said by 12 he was doing his thing, but just obedient. Hey, this is the path we're on. This is what I'm doing. I'm here to be about my Father's business. Is what he told his mom and his daddy. Like, y'all looking for me? Why wouldn't you think I wouldn't be here about my Father's business? He was 12.
That's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So like you can accelerate if you stay in the lane and participate in what he's telling you to do. I'm about to write that down. That's a bar right there.
I wish I had a pen for you. Put it in your notes. Put it in your notes.
I'm gonna come back and watch this.
Yeah. Facts. That's a bar. Come back and watch. Make sure when we drop it. Hey, yeah, for sure. If someone is watching this right now and knows they've been sitting on like their stories and their ideas, what is the very first move you would tell them to make?
Man, hey, I'm gonna look into the camera for this one.
Let's get
Listen, hey, upgrade your identity. That will be the first thing. And you can upgrade your identity by, hey, copy one of these books. Like this book here is amazing. Okay. You can upgrade your identity by the Book of Decrees. This book here is going to tell you, like, sometimes people don't know what to pray for. They don't know what to say. So this tells you literally everything, like every area of your life. There's a decree that you can read for every area. If you want wealth and provision, health and healing, mind and emotion, family relationships, purpose and calling, whatever it is that you want, any area of your life, you can pick up that book and that will help shape and rechange your identity. Or you can tap in and go by way of identity protocol. Like whatever lane you want to get in, just tell me what you want and I'll show you the path. That's what I would tell folks.
Facts. Nah, that's dope. Have you ever struggled with like helping other people build their voice while still building your own?
That's a good question, man. And I'm gonna ask. This is probably gonna sound cocky, man, but like no, because like, and I don't like to take credit, but I've been given a gift to kind of look ahead, man. I see what other people often don't see, and so even though I'm still building, like the way my mind works and then my spirituality, man, and the time that I put in, like I see things that like most people don't see. So as he's still growing me, like I can help you grow. Like a lot of times the people that I deal with, I may not be at the finish line per se, but I'm further along than you. It's almost like you've been to the 5th grade before. You've been to the 1st grade before. So like you can teach somebody in the first grade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you haven't graduated college, you can't really speak on that.
Facts.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
So yeah.
No, for sure. What's the psychological difference between someone who writes a book and someone who becomes becomes authority, like an authority?
So probably just embodiment, man. Like when a person writes a book and the intention has to be there first. So like if a person just writes a book and they just wrote a book, that doesn't really do anything. You have to embody what's in the book.
Mm.
And so without the embodiment aspect of it, like there's just stuff inside the book. But like when you can embody the book and like you having a conversation with me, man, I can pull from any one of these books right now and that I embody it.
Facts.
That would be my answer. Just simply embody the book, become the book.
Facts.
And that's how you become the authority.
That's dope. Damn. That's dope. That's dope. We got 3 books here, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite chapter out of all 3 of these books? I know that may sound crazy. And yeah.
So it got in your pocket, man. I mean, like I told you earlier, I love all my books. There's a chapter in God in Your Pocket. I believe it's chapter 5. It's called double-mindedness. And that just means like you like in order for your prayer, your manifestation to come to pass, you can't be saying one thing with your mouth and thinking something else with your heart. Like those two have to be in alignment. And when 2 or more come together in agreement, it shall be established, right? And so when I look at from that, I love the aspect of teaching people how to become aligned with their mind, mouth, and their heart. So that's probably my favorite chapter in there. The very last chapter of the Book of Decrees, I love that chapter because it's like the pinnacle chapter, the ultimate individual. I can't say the ultimate man because it's for men and women. It's the ultimate highest version of yourself. And you can begin to speak those things on a daily basis. I speak this every morning, this Book of Decrees. Like there's 12 chapters in there and there's 7 decrees per chapter. It takes me about 40 minutes on average, but I speak every single one every single morning without fail because I wanted to get deep down in my subconscious mind and I wanted to change me from the inside out. Does that make sense? So like I'll get into it and read it every time. And the last book here that I brought, I just recently had a son, Vito.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man. That's
real talk. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And the Most High speaks to me through teaching my son, man. And I can't say that I have a favorite chapter in that book. I love the whole thing because like he's raising me while I'm raising him. So some of the things I tell my son, and he's only like 16 months. But for instance, like this cat wants some food. He don't understand that it's too hot, right?
Right.
And I have to say, hey, patience, son. Like I can't give it to you now. You're not ready for it. Better yet, it's not ready for you. Let me finish preparing it for you. It's coming. I promise you. You're going to eat. You're going to get it. But it's just not ready. And I hear that. I'm like,
Yeah, right. Dang. Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Talk to me about fatherhood. So how many kids?
I have 3 children.
3 children.
Out
Okay.
of my loins.
Okay. So, nah, for sure. Yeah. Boys, girls, mixture.
I have my oldest, man, like I say, out of my loins, I have 3. But I also have a bonus son as well.
Okay, no, absolutely.
But out of my loins, man, I have a 15-year-old son. And I have a 7-year-old daughter and then a 16-month-old son.
That's dope. What's one of the biggest things that fatherhood has taught you?
Man, they're always watching. They're always listening. And so you have to be the proper example. And what I noticed is even with my 16-month-old, like they're listening, man. they're listening. So like when they start repeating what you say, you like, oh, he's paying attention.
Wow.
So let me give him something worthy to pay attention to. So that's one of the most important things because you're training up a child in the way that they should go. When they're older, they won't depart from it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So you got to teach them while they're young, and then they'll carry those principles.
Facts. Do you think like because they're listening and they watch everything you do, they're gonna be into writing books or different things like that? Because you know they are what they pay attention to. Like you
Yeah.
can adapt certain things from your parents. You know what I'm saying? Father, mom. You know what I'm saying? Just different attributes and things.
I mean, even with my oldest, I mean, he's very articulate. Like he's always had a elevated vocabulary. You know, so a lot of times people talk to him, they like, you know.
Yeah. Like.
So, but it's the way I talk to him.
Mm.
And so I think that you're spot on with that. I think that they will get into something like that, or it's maybe later in life find out that that's their gift too. Like,
Facts.
whatever the Most High put in their heart to do in this world, that's what they're going to do. But probably something.
Facts. Facts. What's one thing that you instill in them, like one principle that you lived by too, that you instill in them too as well?
Oh man, there's so many principles, man. We have like life lessons, like
Okay.
particularly me and my older son. We have these life lessons we talk about. So one of the life lessons, for instance, is never accept no from a person who can't tell you yes.
Say that again one more time.
So never accept a no from a person who can't give you a yes.
Mm.
Because if a person can't tell you yes, then why would you accept their no? They couldn't even give you what you're asking for to begin with.
Mm.
So you go to the person who can give you a yes and a no. And if they still tell you no, then at least you know that you spoke to the right person.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for instance, this is a funny story. I went to the grocery store and grabbed, I forget what I grabbed, it was the wrong thing. And so I went home and realized it when I got home. So I went back to the grocery store. So I'm talking to one of the clerks and I'm like, hey, like I can't eat this. This has pork in it. Like I'll get sick. I just need to swap it out. I didn't ask him. I said, I just need to swap it out. I said, oh, since you've already taken it out of the store, sir, we can't do that. And I looked at his name tag and it said associates. So I'm like, okay, hey, with all due respect, man, nothing against you, but may I speak with the manager, please? He's probably going to tell you the same thing. I'm like, well, at least he can tell me yes or no. The manager comes. So how can I help you? I said, hey, listen, this is totally my fault. I completely apologize. But I picked this up. This is not a good product for me. I can't use it. I'll get sick. Like I promise I won't make this mistake again, but I need to swap these out for something else. He said, we normally don't do that, but I'll let you do this one time. I said, thank you so much. But had I listened to the associate, I would have walked out of there and wasted money. Talk to the person who can give me a yes and a no. Swayed him. He gave me the yes I was looking for.
That's dope. Nah, that's dope. I'm gonna start living by that too.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Nah. If you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be and why?
Man, so with these identity protocols, man, this is something that I do always. So it's funny that you asked that question because I talk to my younger self still.
Mm.
Don't be afraid. Like there was points and times in my life to where I didn't have any fear as a kid, man. And I have tons of stories. I didn't have any fear at all. I didn't know what fear was. And I got introduced to fear. And I would tell myself, don't be afraid. Because that fear, like certain things that you do, man, it talks to your nervous system and your nervous system records it. And it prevents you from doing future things because it's like, okay, that's dangerous. So let's avoid that. And you don't take risks. You're timid. You know, you don't speak up when you should because of because of fear. It's imprinted. And I would just tell myself, just feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Cause I recently for the past couple of years I've been telling myself that too as well. I started doing Muay Thai last year around April, and growing up I always had kind of like, you know, you get those butterflies. I always had fear of like, damn, this person could probably beat me up. You know what I'm saying? Or like if somebody's bothering me or something like that. It was like sometimes it wouldn't hinder me from like defending myself or protecting myself, but I just dived into this because I was like, growing up, I knew I had like that fear of like, you know what I'm saying? Like wanting to defend myself. I would only do it if I was pushed to do it. Right. And, by doing Muay Thai, it's just like, dog, I don't have no fear no more, bro. Like, I don't have no fear, bro. I be going up against people that I know, like, I know this person is dangerous, bro. Very dangerous. And it's just, bro, to go back to what you were saying, that's how I live too as well.
It changed your identity, bro.
Yeah,
like
facts.
Sometimes you just have to do a thing, and once you do that, it resets the nervous system. Nervous system picks up the new identity.
Facts.
We don't fear nothing anymore. We just go in.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I got a couple more questions, then we good. But do you think most entrepreneurs are hiding behind strategy because they're afraid of vulnerability? That goes back to fear.
Absolutely, 100%. So like when people hide behind the strategy itself, man, like the strategy requires thinking, it requires recalibration, it requires a lot of things, and most people don't want to put in the work at that level
Hmm.
because it exposes them for what they don't know. But the things that you figure out about yourself, it doesn't show up to deter you. It shows up to show you what you need to work on. Like, hey, this is an area that you're weak in. So it exposes it so you can do something about it. And most people don't want that exposure because it causes you to reflect and look in the mirror, and people don't want to see themselves in that light. And so they avoid it altogether. But absolutely. Spot on.
Damn. What separates a book that changes lives from a book that collects dust?
So
That was a dope one.
that was
I ain't gonna count. That was dope.
that was a good one. So I think a book that collects dust is one that probably doesn't have a real genuine purpose. So sometimes people want to write a book just to write a book because it's cool.
Facts.
Like, what is your intentions? And what did you want this book to accomplish? Goes back to what I said earlier, right?
Yeah.
What do you want this book to accomplish to even begin with?
Facts.
And if you don't answer that, then you just have words on a piece of paper inside a book.
Facts.
That's it. But if it's going to be about purpose, right, over popularity, you have the purpose, your intentions, what you want this book to accomplish. Even scripture says, my word shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I sent it forth to do.
Mm.
Now it has a purpose. Now it has a place to go. But if it doesn't have any purpose or intention, it's going to sit there and collect dust.
Crazy, bro. This is dope. Hey, I ain't gonna even lie. This was a great conversation, bro. Again, we just only known each other for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It seems like it, right? Yeah.
But it seems like we've known each other for a long time, bro.
Yeah,
And again,
definitely.
I'm appreciative of the relationship that we're building, and I'm appreciative of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying too, as well.
Likewise too, man. I feel the same way. Like the crazy thing is, like you said, it's been probably realistically maybe a month.
Maybe
right?
a month. Yeah.
Maybe a month. But I told you when I first talked to you, I'm like, yeah,
facts.
like, it feels like I've already been knowing you, bro.
Nah, for sure.
And that's one of my secrets too, man. I'll give that to the world now. I treat everybody like I know them. That's why everybody
Resonates with you.
Yeah, because I treat you like I know you, man. Like I don't meet strangers.
Right.
Like like you're my friend already.
Nah, for sure.
If my spirit
aligns with that.
exactly, and if
Nah,
it
for sure.
doesn't, now we're not friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna just write your book and you can get up out of here.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, yeah, and sometimes I won't accept it, man, because I don't want to even tap into your spirit. Once I feel with your spirit, I don't even want
Deep.
to. I don't even want to tap into that. Like,
Damn.
I don't know if I can do this for you, bro.
Facts. Now let's talk about that. Like, bro, and I would assume someone's come to you and like, hey, bro, I want you to write this book, but you just wasn't vibing with them. The money was good, like they were willing to pay. You just wasn't vibing with them. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever like gone against your spirit to do that, to take the bread?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. That hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. So I've been blessed that the Most High sends me people that I can align with and I can do this work for. But if it ever came to that, like, no, I wouldn't do it. Because I don't really do this for the money, man. I really don't. And a lot of people say, well, what do you do it for? This is just what I enjoy doing. Like, I do it. Like, I'm going to get paid from it, of course. But I'm doing what I love, and I have fun doing it. So I don't really need your money, bro. Like, even with the insurance business, man, like, I get paid residual. I don't do it anymore. I still get paid from work I did 10 years ago. I don't need the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, nah,
please
facts.
don't get it twisted. But I'm in a place where I don't need it, man. So I can be picky.
Yeah, facts. Why do you think people like would just do anything for the bread? You know what I'm saying? And go against their own like judgment, their own spirit, just to do something for the bread.
Character, man.
Whew.
It shows your character, what you're really made of.
Bro.
Like when money rules you, like it shows your character, who you are, man. Like it exposes you.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The boxer Bud, you know who Bud is? Terrence Crawford.
I heard of him.
He was literally on this podcast, right? And he stopped boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the height of his career, I think he's undefeated or whatever. He just stopped boxing or whatever. He was like, I don't care. It's not about the money, right? And then the host was like, bro, for $100 million, you wouldn't take another fight. He was like, nah, I'm done, bro. It's not about the money. He was like, for $100 million, they can have my soul. And he was like, that just shows your character.
Bro.
Bro, the host got quiet, bro. He was just like Like, bro, he just called him out like that. That just shows your character. For 100 million, I'm not doing. I feel like that too, bro. Like, it's like, bro, I'm not doing nothing weird. I'm not going to any parties, secretive parties. Or doing any of that for no money, bro.
Stuff, right?
Hey, I ain't doing, bro. I'm not even vibing with you, bro. If you on some weird time, bro, I just can't do it, bro.
Yeah,
I don't care how much, bro. Like, dog, it don't like even with the podcast, bro. People come at me, and it's all about their delivery. Number one, the conversation. If you just like, hey, bro, I'm the hottest thing in the street, bro. You need to have me on your platform. Why? I don't need you on my platform, bro. Like, I don't need you, bro. Like, I will go looking for you if I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But you coming to me telling me you the hottest and you demanding, nah, bro, you need to go somewhere else with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro.
No, I feel that. I resonate with that. I don't need everybody's business. All business is good business.
Nah, facts, bro. Thank you for coming to vibe with me, my dog. For sure. It's been another episode of Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher, always chasing purpose over popularity. Check us out each and every Monday, man. Tell the people where they can find you.
Down to voiceascensiongroup.com. Voiceascensiongroup.com. And on Instagram, you can do The Voice Ascension Group. And on Facebook, just look for The Voice Ascension Group.
Nah, for sure, bro. Hey, man, we out, man. It's been an amazing episode. Let's get it.